Hey everyone, it's Michael, and today I want to talk about the one habit that helped me lose weight. This is another fitness video. Hopefully you like it. If you have been watching my videos, please hit like on this video. It's going to help spread out the information and grow the YouTube channel. But yeah, today we are talking about the one habit that helped me lose 10 pounds in about a month and a half. So related to this, we're going to talk about three different things. How it helped me burn about 500, still helps me burn around 500 to 600 calories a day. Should you do it all at once or should you split it up? And the third one's the secret that you have to stay until the end to find out. And the one habit that helped me do this is walking. Before you click away, you say, I already knew this. If you're already in shape and you don't have to lose any fat, like, go ahead, click away. But if you have been trying to lose some weight, this is the video for you, trust me. I also thought, okay, walking, I get it, but I want something, I don't know, sexier, something that, will really get my ass in gear. Trust me, walking will help. And how do I know this? Because when I bought the Kino Body program, and I already did a video on this already before, you can look it up. He talked about 10K walking and every single day. So for like an average of 10,000 steps per week. And I thought, okay, I can do that. But it was really hard for me to stick to the habit because it was hard for me. I was, at home most days, and for me to go out for like an hour, which is how long it takes me to get about 10,000 steps, an hour and 20, was really hard. I just was not consistent. Then fast forward, about a year ago, I got my new job, which is very physically intense. And I easily clear 10 to 12K per day. And if I do it in 24 hours, I easily hit 22 to 24K steps. And right away, literally a month and a half in, like I saw it like 10 pounds gone, which is awesome, 195 to 185. And I thought, okay, so it really does work, but you gotta stay consistent, and the numbers don't lie. So what I do now is I have my Apple Watch. It's a Series Generation 1. I think like the 6 or the 7's out now. I just use my one. But you can also get the Oura Ring, you can get the Fitbit. And what I look at is on my Apple health app, I just see like weekly average, how many steps am I getting? And I'm always trying to get above 10K. Last week, I was sick. And the week before that, I already wasn't feeling well. I took work off for those 2 weeks, and I got about 3,000 steps average per those 2 weeks. And this week, I could already tell, I weighed myself, and I was 3 to 4 pounds heavier. So it's like interesting. I know it's not all fat, I know some of it's water weight, but still, like you can already tell that it's starting to creep up because I'm getting to a calorie surplus. So the first thing that we want to talk about is how I burn 500, 600 calories a day with this habit. And that is because any kind of movement burns calories. It doesn't have to be super intense. So walking right away burns calories. For my weight, 10K is about 500 to 600 calories. If I'm walking, I'm really like booking it. Like sometimes it can be 400 calories. It's hard to measure exactly how much. I've tried to do it with my weight scale and like try to measure out how much like I'm weighing, and like with my Apple Watch, like you can't be super exact, but that's what I'm guessing, 400, 600 calories. And it's really helped because we know it's a value equation, right? Like fat gain, weight gain, and weight loss is a value equation where energy comes in, energy goes out. So calories come in so energy comes in the form of calories that you're consuming. Then you burn those calories, you minus them together, and the net result is your calories. So for example, if you're eating 2,000 calories and you're burning 2,000 calories, 2,000 minus 2,000 is 0. So you are going to stay the same weight. If you eat 3,000 calories and you burn 2,000 calories, 3,000 minus 2,000 is 1,000. So that's a 1,000 calorie surplus where you will gain weight, you will gain fat. If you eat 2,000 calories and you burn 3,000, that's negative 1,000. 2,000 minus 2,000, negative 1,000. That's a 1,000 calorie deficit. So that's going to help you lose weight. And the reason why it's so important that it's a habit, and I'm starting to talk more about habits on this channel because it's honestly changed my life. If you make it a habit, that means that you will be consistent with it. And if you're consistent with it, that means that you will do it over a long enough period of time that it will give you net positive results. If you have to think about how you're doing it all the time, you're not going to do it. It has to be something that's automatic. Just like if every time, if you're trying to get better at the guitar and every time you have to play, it's like this like huge deal. Sometimes you miss it. Sometimes you practice 6 times a week. Sometimes you practice 1. and you're up and down, it's gonna be really hard to get really good. If you make it a habit and you only practice 3 times a week, but it's a habit and every single time you practice for half an hour, after a year, you're gonna be much better than that other person. So that was point number 1. Try not to get on a tangent. But number 2 is, do you have to walk all at once or can you break it up? Obviously, it's the same amount of calories that you burn, but I'm more concerned with the habit. Can you actually stick to it? I found that when you do it all at once, it's a lot. To go for a walk for an hour and 20, I know it's not a lot compared to how much time we spend on our phones. If you have an iPhone, you can check that to see how much you spend, like 5-6 hours a day. An hour and 20 is not that much. But I found out that when I was walking, if I was to do an hour and 20, it's a big deal. It's a lot of time. If I was to break it up into 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, it was easier. The only thing is that when you're walking around your neighborhood, 30 minutes doesn't allow you to get very far, so you're always watching the same thing, so it gets kind of boring. But if you're listening to an audiobook or listening to a podcast, makes it better. But yeah, doesn't matter how much you split it. And actually, this goes into my third point, which is 2 birds with 1 stone. You want to incorporate it into your life. If you make sure that to do something that you want to do, you have to walk for it, that is what really got me to be able to burn 10,000 calories a day, no matter what. So for example, if I have to go to the supermarket, I will walk 20 minutes there. And some people might be like, man, that's a lot. It's like, well, yeah, you have to get your steps in. So if it's not 20 minutes to the supermarket and 10 minutes walking around, 20 minutes back, that's a whole hour, you're gonna have to do it at some separate point. It's like, you have to get it in somehow. Do you want it or do you not want it? So another way is going to the gym. I'm working out from home right now, but I remember one of the best physiques I ever had was when I was 18 and in Spain, and the gym had a capacity for people at a certain point, at certain times. So you could only go into the gym at one time, at the time they gave you, either 12, 2, 5, and of course the 5 p.m. is the one that costs the most. And I was always late. So I had to sprint from my house to the gym with my gym bag, and probably like a 10-minute sprint, 15, like it was far. And I remember then afterwards I had to walk back uphill, and I remember thinking like, damn, I'm getting pretty lean. Like the workouts at the gym, like they must be doing pretty good. But what I didn't realize, and I thought I knew, I'm like, oh, this is probably helping. I just didn't realize how much it was helping, that I was, running to the gym and walking back, how many more calories I was burning. So that's the video for today. If you're trying to lose weight and you're looking for something actionable and you're looking for something that isn't gonna break the motivation bank, it's like, go walking. I trained for a 10K, or was it half? I think I did it. Yeah, I can't believe I can't remember. But I did a half marathon, and I remember seeing like how many more calories you can burn running in like half the time. But running and walking are different. With running, it's like a whole different thing. Especially if you're training to run for a certain event, you have to time your meals better. You have to make sure that you've eaten. It can be a little bit harder. Sometimes it's very long. Sometimes you're gonna do like an hour-long run. Even if it's 15 minutes, you're gonna be sweating. Do you have the right clothes on? Like, walking is very low maintenance. You put on your shoes, put something on, like some freaking clothes, and you go out. If it's cold, put on a jacket, whatever. It's very low maintenance. You can get out and you can do it. I think any habit that you can get that allows you to effortlessly do the actions that will give you the results that you're looking for, it's an A in my book. And I'll help you get your goals, which if losing weight is your goal, then I'll help you do that. Anyway, hopefully you liked the video. As I said, if you've watched my other videos and it's helping out, please like this video. It will be shared to more people, and I will see you in the next video. If you have any recommendations, anything you want me to talk about, please put it in the comments and I'll go ahead and do so. Thanks, guys.